The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us. Right now, you get the Dow down to 25. Nasdaq's off 3. S&Ps are off 4. We have gold up $1. Silver is flat. You got bonds. They just refuse to get down. 10-year up 10 ticks. The 30-year up 11 ticks. King dollar is back 219 ticks. You got the euro up 36. And, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, you can do it real easy. Come over to our website at TFNN. Go see the banner on the top, on the side. Hit that banner. Bring you all of about 2.5 minutes to bring the exchange up. They'll put $25,000 of funny money into your account so you can see how these contracts trade. Man, Mr. Darrell Martin, each and every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time, he's out here trading it. You'll get to understand exactly how vibrant these contracts are. And bottom line is that when you have a market like this, which is nice and volatile, they're even more meaningful. Darrell Martin, what's going on?
How's it going, man?
Hey, happy birthday. Had a good birthday?
I had an excellent birthday. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we got some volatility out here. One of our traders in the den, our man Jay in the den, he likes trading this Dow 30, okay?
All right.
So if we're looking at this Dow 30 right now, so if we bring this up first, folks, okay? And the one he's talking about is the 1670... 17,000, so at 4:15 this afternoon. When we look at that baby, so let's take a look at this. 1 second, see how this shakes out. So that's saying, that could be right. Hold on, let me make sure he's got the right one here. 4:15, sell 45. $13 max gain, loss, $285 gain. Okay. Oh, let me look at this thing for a second. Okay, so I'm going to go look at the S&Ps first, just to see the correlation, not in the Dow between the S&P, but as to what the volume characteristic, what we're looking for out here, folks. So, ESU, and inside the NASDAQ, by the way, as we're doing this, folks, the biotechs are going to take the NASDAQ south again. Okay, so we get this E-mini. We're at 1944. Put this on a 2-day. Okay, so this is what we have. Let's see. You have the spike at 0940. That's at 1989. So we know we're going to go back to that level. The spike at the 0840 and the jobs numbers come out. That's already got tested. So that doesn't have to get tested again. Okay, now let me go over to the diamonds. Okay, so in that context, let me just see what he's talking about now. Look at, they're all trying to sell it right now. This is so funny. Sell. And when you bring this up, folks, you can see them out there right now, and they're trying to split the bid. And the bid's not that much. It's 16. Okay, let me figure this out. So if I sell 10, I see. Wow, that's wild. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Right now, okay, so check this out. So that's a $9 risk for a $291 gain. That's pretty intense, man. I see why he likes trading these. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, you see that? I mean, that's pretty intense. Now, that's saying, okay.
That'd require, a $290 gain would require a, what is that, like about a 350-point drop in the Dow?
Yeah, so that's unrealistic, right?
Right.
It's unrealistic today, let's put it that way, for sure.
But it doesn't have to drop that far for you to be profitable. We only have a $9, risk.
Yeah.
But we're talking about 50 pips, so that's going to have to be given up.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So
I still think that's a lot. I got to go
over here and look at it on the scanner.
Yeah.
So pulling this up, looking at the 1670 or 16.7 to 17,000 there, out of the money by 52 ticks.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty massive give up. But he did say, long shot. He understood.
No, I understand.
But,
okay,
but I mean, we're talking about 42 ticks is about back to half deviation. So we do have a potential move down to 16.9 as a one deviation move on the day. So it's not an unrealistic move.
No, but let's do this. I want to go back over to the S&P because what is this realistic on a basis? I suspect, folks, is that if we take a look at this the future, even this 10 to 12. Let me look at this quickly. This is where you need the scanner, folks, because no matter how fast my fingers are, they're not as fast as that scanner. That's for sure. Okay, so. In this aspect, we're at 1994, and what is nice is a 1995 out there that you can sell at 1993.10, and that's not bad. That's $17 risk for an $83 gain, and that would mean that you're only going to 1985, which the low of today was 1988. Now, see that I like that one. That's the one I like. Now, okay, say, do me a favor. Take that scanner and just, if we scan the rest of the day, let's see, 1995. Is there a better one I could do out there time-wise? Let me see. If I do the 415, you're too far away from it. We do the daily.
Yep. I mean, we go in there, and I mean, basically, that's 12 o'clock. If you want to go down to 415 to get that kind of risk, there's not a great
There's
one.
not. No.
Actually, here is, it's 5.5 points you're giving up.
Yeah, no, this is the one. This is the one, folks. This is the one. It's an hour and 45 minutes at this point. Okay, but that's the number because what you have, well, it's a number for me anyway. Because what ends up happening is that, and what you could do is, you got to fire away at this baby because this baby wants to go retest those bottoms, folks. Okay, so your risk versus your reward is the problem. The slight problem is that so you'd be selling the it's 1992.10 right now. So that would be equal 29 to 71. That's what it really comes down to. The reason I like it so much is that I suspect you're going to at least test the bottom of this out here again today, which is 1988, which will get you some juice. You could close it out right there. But that's the number. And if you do get another expansion with volume down at those price points, then you're in good shape. So the price projection is there. The real key there is that, okay, you have an hour and 45 minutes to do it. So right. If you haven't test drove this product yet, folks, you absolutely have to do it. If you were trading the currencies yesterday, bottom line, that will be the ultimate on the amount, no matter which side you're on. Okay, so if you're on the wrong side, you got stopped out, and that's it. If you're on the right side, depending on what currency that you had, what contract you had taken, you're probably laying at the Four Seasons right now because the dollar and the euro just went just about maximum they could go in one day. There's no such thing as a maximum in one day, folks, okay?
Talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
And
it was a triple deviation, which is like 99.7 of an expected possible move in a day.
Oh yeah, I mean and the key is, and Darrell and I have talked about this before. Folks, this is a much longer term move inside the dollar, and the cool thing is that you just got to stay on it. That's the bottom line. Meaning, if you stay on the longer trend, this is what ends up happening in any type of bull markets. The bull market saves you. That's the bottom line.
Right.
And the dollar is in a monster bull market. And what ends up happening is that even on a shorter term basis, if you get the longer term right, what ends up happening is that the shorter term can take care of itself. Yeah, you're going to lose some trades particularly because of the type of move that it had yesterday, meaning like now where do you get in? So if you look at the dollar right now, this is where you're going to back down a little because it's like, okay, man, how much are you going to retrace? You know what I mean? Because it's unheard of that it goes up that high, So now the key is, okay, now where's the retrace to and what it is? This is where just patience comes in because the longer term right now is 85.50. And the longer term for the euro is basically toast. No, the longer term for the euro is
that's that par we were talking about. We were talking about that last week.
Listen, man, it's crazy, man. And you're gonna get it. You're a lot
keep this up.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get it a lot quicker. And Europe has larger problems than they can't get the thing going, folks. The bottom line is that they get political and monetary problems in a huge way. So. So, hey, what did they do for your birthday? What did you do?
Got a massive, 30-foot RV.
Yeah.
And then we drove over. We went to a place called Turner Falls, which is this big campground area with waterfalls and everything.
Sweet.
We camped out there a couple nights. And then we went out to a place called Tiger Safari.
Okay.
And really cool, tiger rescue place and all that. And we got pictures with tigers.
Nice.
Tigers, literally sitting right there, a foot in front of us.
Nice.
So that, they're cubs, but
Yep.
the cub was as big as my daughter. And so that was sweet to get those out, out to you. So tigers, right?
No, totally.
And and then we went on up, and we went to Frontier City. It's a place I used to go as a kid a lot.
Okay.
And because I lived in Oklahoma City when I was back in elementary school.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool taking the kids there. It's this big Western amusement park,
Right.
And it's all Western theme everywhere. And so the kids love that. We went out to a couple science centers where you get to do a lot of hands-on, science experiments and everything.
Yes.
That was fun for all of us. And then we drove on back. So,
Nice.
But it was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
That's a beautiful thing. So we got this S&P coming with us, folks, okay? And this is where, inside this structure, you got to remember that you don't have to wait until 12 o'clock to basically take it out. Right now, let's see, what do we have minute-wise? So you're 7 minutes into this bar. The bar we're looking at has 87,000 contracts. You're at 40,000 right now. The bottom.
It's going.
Yeah, it's going. The bottom of that bar is 1989. So what you'd like to see is, I'd like to see it not hit the bottom of this bar until the next 10 minutes. Because what you have, I use 10 minutes intraday. That's what I use, folks, okay? It doesn't matter what you use as long as you use the same thing consistently so you get to understand how they work. That's all it really comes down to.
Right.
This aspect here, as it comes up to it, if you're bearish, what you want to do, you want to have it stop right before it. It'll build up a little cause. Because, see, the breakdown here, now, if remember yesterday, the larger breakdown here, folks, on this S&P, and this was cool, the larger price projection is 1975. And where I'm getting the 1975 from is that when we croaked yesterday at 1,300 hours, at 1,500 hours, that sets up a 1975 S&P, future S&P. So if you always keep that in mind, cognizant in mind, where the ABC structure is, especially when they break with volume, then one adds to the other one. On a short term, I'm saying to myself, okay, the 1988 is good enough right now on this trade, but we know that 1975 is hanging out there, which, the surprises right now, I suspect will be on the downside. Yeah.
And we're looking for about a 1988 on the expected move on the hour, too. So that's right.
Now, that's really cool, man. Yeah.
That's right within expectations of the current hour move.
Yeah.
So.
That's a beautiful thing. And if we go over here, now let's go over to the NASDAQ, because and this is a clue, folks, in the context of how markets like to move. The IBB, which took the NASDAQ south in an extraordinary way, is getting toasted and roasted again. And it's going very fast, by the way. You're down $4 right now, but some of these insider, Darrell and I will talk about it as soon as we come back. You stay right there. Dow right now is down 40, NASDAQ's off 11, S&Ps are off 7. We're going to bring it back.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
with the launch of Tiger TV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
Andy Hecht's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You've always taken the long view when it comes to investing, but what if there's an opportunity right under your nose? What if you could be more responsive to market trends to seek to boost your portfolio performance right now while seeking to reduce your overall risk? At Direction Funds, we connect investors with alternative strategies that seek to maximize their returns. Smart investors deserve smart alternatives. Find yours at directionfunds.com. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risk charges, and expenses of Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Funds. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact the Direction Funds at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien, Darrell Martin. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow down 42, Nasdaq off 10, S&Ps are off 6.5, and we're looking at Darrell's analyzer with the deviation levels on it. This is pretty cool. I never saw the expected volume on that before. That you have it broken down now, Darrell, into the 5-minute, 10-minute, 15, and 60-minute. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so let's basically know what, how much volume there is, and how much volume was expected for that period of the day.
Okay, cool.
And then also I know basically what the expected movement is on any given hour.
And the movement, folks, well, they're both important. What I dig about the movement so dramatically is that when you do get fast movements, it's important that at either the top or the bottom of those that, hey, listen, man, you better start tightening up everything and taking some bread off the table. Because if we've learned anything over the course of years, nothing goes up forever, nothing goes down forever. That means they just bounce. That's, you know, and, you know, I've said a few different times. I remember one of the largest days I ever had in the marketplace, and this is pretty sick, folks, but it was a flat market. And this was during, you know, the financial debacle, okay? Because what ended up happening is that it ended up going up and down about a couple hundred points a couple times during the day, and I was long and short, and I just kept taking it on both sides. And I stopped at 11 o'clock in the morning, and it was like, you got to be kidding me, man. And, you know, and that was because you were just in the groove of that, okay, the moves were too quick. Do you know what I mean? I was just going off fib numbers at that point. It's like, okay, man, hold on, take it. Go on the other side, take it. It was like crazy, man. But it had to do with expectation moves and energy. It's just energy inside the marketplace, and you only can have so much energy, you know, so it's pretty wild, man. So explain to us the expected move parts, because this is really cool.
Okay, the expected move basically looks at is for that specific time frame, like hour of the day. In this case,
yeah.
For that day of the week.
Yeah. For
that specific instrument. And so it's literally going in and going, okay, from 11 to for 10 to 11, what is the expected move?
Yes.
And so I see the expected move is 7.5 points.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right now we've reached 6 of the 7.5.
Oh, that's cool, man. Okay.
And so being a trader on Nadex, when you're trading options, you not only have to be right about direction, or at least somewhat right, depending upon if you're, what you're doing, but you also got to be right about how long it's going to take to get there.
Exactly. And that's tough.
So if
you got it.
Yeah. And so if I'm going to go in and go, well, I'm going to pick this, and it's this far, like let's say there's a big distance on it,
yes,
before I'm break even or whatever, then I need to look at what is my risk and what is my expected move before expiration.
Right.
And I can make this 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, whatever I want.
That's cool, man.
And so it lets me go, is this even do I even think that this is possible? And the real possibility this will get there.
Right.
And so, if my target's like 1980 and it expires at 11 o'clock, well, then that's going to be a problem.
Yes.
Right? So, but what I can see is, hey, the expected move is going to take me down to pretty much 1988 to the tick.
I know.
Okay? And so that's, now I went up a couple ticks also, right here, like right at the beginning.
Yep.
So I went up to 96.75 on the hour. And so we went up a few ticks. So I'll actually probably come within just a few ticks shy of that.
Yes.
Would be the expectation of 1988.75 is the expectation of where we'd actually hit as a low by 11 o'clock. The good thing is, if you can figure out what the expectation is for this hour, and if that plan works for you and you have another hour, like we have till 12 o'clock,
yes,
then that obviously makes sense. It's like, okay, well,
right.
Not only do I think I could possibly get, pretty close to that 1988 target by 11 o'clock, but I have till 12 for it to get there.
Yeah.
So if it takes a little time, and like I said, it doesn't just go straight down. If it oscillates a little bit on me, and let's say I hit 1989, which I pretty much did, and then it goes down and finishes at last point or two for me to take my profit there.
Yeah, and what we have right now. So if we do look at the S&P, folks, okay, let's see. Okay, so this is good. Okay, we haven't hit the bottom yet because you get 2 minutes on this bar. And the volume is lightening up a little, so it's like, okay, man, it's going to gather some more strength before it goes after that again. So we'll see how that shakes out. Let's go to Victor in New Jersey. Hey, Victor, what's going on? We lost him. He wanted to look at ABX. ABX, I believe, is Barrick Gold. That's up 12 cents right now. You're at 17.14, and I wouldn't be touching this baby right now. Now, see, this gets interesting, too, because not all the gold and silver equities, folks, okay, came down into their strength with volume like ABX did. ABX came down yesterday with 14 million shares, and you're going into 17 million. That's too close as far as I'm concerned. And I'll just show you what a difference is, even if we go over a Gold Corp. Now, I don't own Gold Corp either, but Gold Corp came down pretty good. Gold Corp came down with 6.4 million shares, but you're going into 11, and you're going to 7.3. You stay right there, folks. Darrell and I are coming right back. Don't forget, if you haven't test drove the Nadex product yet, come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top, on the side. Hit that banner. Bring it up. We're going to walk you through how this platform works. Dow's down 30 right now. Nasdaq's off 11. S&P's off 5.5. We're going to be right back.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can't use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Don't forget, folks, at TFNN every trading day. We start live content at 8 o'clock in the morning, go from 8 to 6 in the evening with live content. We replay that. All of that content you can get right on your cell phone at TFNN.mobi. It's TFNN.mobi. If you want to get Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com and you're going to see the TV on the right-hand side. Hit that. You'll get the audio, plus you get the video. We're talking the Nadex product right now. Now, it's going to get really interesting because the sell is the sell of the 1985 to 1995 number. That's a noon expiration, and what you have here is that the expansion on the way down, which is a beautiful thing, with 4 minutes into this, we're 5 minutes into it right now. Yeah. What you got is this, folks, okay? You're 5 minutes, you're at 28,000. That's a good scene. Why? Because that gives you 56,000. You still haven't hit the bottom yet. What you have done is that you've hit 87,000, which was the low that was established at 940. You know, the low that we're talking about that wants to get tested is the 1989. It's 1989. It's not the 1988. The 1988 came at 0600 this morning. The 1989 is on the table. The reason it's on the table is that that's a high volume low. So you get plenty of time for this baby to basically come down there. And what you're going to see at the end of this bar is you're going to see an expansion of volume. It, I suspect, won't be as much as the last time down here, but yet you still haven't hit the low. That's the kicker. When you haven't hit the low yet, and you have had an expansion of volume, which this will be an expansion of volume from the last two bars, then it's like it's not over yet, meaning the pressure to the downside. So it's going to be wild watching this whole baby shake out, no doubt.
Yeah, it's still unraveling there, and like we have that big high volume bar off the NFP this morning and all that too.
Oh
so.
Man, I'll tell you, the volatility, folks, is not only back in the marketplace, but it's back in the currency market in a huge way.
Oh, finally,
the
right?
Commodity market in a huge way. That's right. And the bond market. Okay. Now, it really hasn't got volatile yet in the equity market. You know, it's come down, but it hasn't. But you're going to see that happen, you know, whether it's next 3, 4, 5 days, it's going to be there.
We've been dancing around these highs, so that usually slows things down a little bit.
Oh,
so
man.
Once it pulls back off of them, it's going to be a fun ride.
It has been dancing, too. There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt about that. That's a good term. And, you know, we'll find out whether it's the last dance or not.
I would like that. So right there, we're just right up at that 2,000 point. Like this morning, what a tick off of it. So
yeah.
It's just coming right up to it again and again and again.
No, there's no doubt. And what you have, see, what's really wild to me is that yesterday, you know, because the European Central Bank saying, okay, they're going to monetize the debt now also, and they're going to buy asset-backed securities, which is a lot harder for them to do, by the way. Okay, folks? And at that point, you know, there was many analysts that say, okay, that means that that's the end of the bond market, rates are going to go up. And on a technical basis, folks, the 10-year and the 30-year are still in ABC structures on the way up. That's the bottom line, okay? And they've proved it. Until they prove otherwise, that's where they want to go. But the fundamental aspect is actually, I can make a larger case of the fundamental aspect, because it's like you have all this money out here, and there's so much cash, it's insane. I'm talking about sovereign money, I'm talking about countries, I'm talking about trust funds, I'm talking about colleges. Inside their prospectus, you got to wrap your head around this. They can't put all their money into equities. They can't put it all into real estate. They have to put some of it into bonds. And it's the allocation inside these charters is a lot of money into bonds. Well, what bond market do you want to put it in? Do you want to go to France right now and get 1.2% for a 10-year? Or do you want to go to Spain and get 2%? Guess what? You want to go to Portugal, who's already told you he's broke, and get 3%. Or do you want to stay in the U.S. and get 2.4%? That correlation there, to me, is so much more important than everything. Because it has to do with what is the playing field. And the playing field, folks, is absolutely huge, number one. And the playing field itself, we are paying a huge percentage for 10-year money. Because when you're talking percentage-wise, we are basically paying over 100% of what France is paying. It's like, why? Why? It's, you know, so in that context, you know, my take is that bonds are going higher, yield is going lower, and that's not even talking about that the market wants to go south. The market going south, you'll see so much money go in the bond market, it's going to be sick. We're going to probably, and hey, folks, if you're getting a mortgage right now, go get it. You know why? You should be able to get a 3.8 mortgage. I was basically out there yesterday looking at some of them. 3.85 I was getting quoted yesterday on 30-year. That's, how cool is that, right? Here comes our S&P.
Really?
It's a beautiful thing.
There it goes.
Come to Daddy. It's a beautiful thing.
I think I might go ahead and take some of those.
Here she comes. Oh, she's going to blow it away. Watch this, folks. She's going to blow
there we go.
So now what you have
It's running.
and what you have to do on the other side, folks, you can put your buy back in. Put your buy back in, because you're not going to get the 1985. That's how this thing works, okay? You can get 1985.50 or something. Because now the next number is 1975 is on the table. And we got, see, this is cool. So when I was talking about the last expansion, you had the expansion, did 53,000. Remember, we were at a 44 clip. We did 53.
Yep.
Now you're at the expansion that we got to get almost 100,000. And we just started the bar, right? Yeah, we just started the bar. So we'll see if that happens. Now, you get two different things here. You get 100,000, and you get a close. Close on 1989. Right now we're at 1989. But you get a close under the 10-minute bar. Game is on in a big way, folks. And it's not a large stretch to get down to that 1975 today. You know, you got to remember something. This is the first week of normal trading inside the marketplace, and this is one of the longest stretches that we have from now until Thanksgiving that there's real trading going on without breaks in between. And what happens with real trading without breaks, that is a problem many times for larger trends. You know, so we'll see where this whole thing's going to shake out. But thus far, what we do have is that you're under that level. It looks like it wants to put more pressure on. Now, as I said earlier, the IBB was getting blown apart, and that's important to understand. And only in the context, folks, that the IBB has nothing to do with the S&P, but it has to do with the velocity that it can bring the NASDAQ down and the NASDAQ 100 down. And that spooks people, because what ends up happening is that, so inside the NASDAQ 100 right now, you get Gilead is the largest mover. That's down $4. You got Biogen down $10. This morning, you know, Tesla's down. It's the first time it's been down. It's down $12. And what that's all about, folks, is that Tesla, Elon Musk was on TV today, and it was the first time I've ever seen a CEO be so clean. And they asked him, you know, about his stock. And normally CEOs, when they talk about their stock, they say, oh, I don't know where my stock is or what the price is, right? And they asked him, do you think the stock's high? He says, yeah, I think the stock's high. He says, on a short-term basis, yeah, I think the stock's high. No, it was refreshing, do you know what I mean? And he says, on a longer-term basis, no, I think it's high. Short-term basis, yeah, it's high. So they're whacking the stock. It's down $13. And Tesla has a huge short interest. It's 27% short interest. But I thought that was an intriguing comment. You know, it was refreshing. It was absolutely refreshing that he had the guts to say that, yeah, I think the stock's high, but guess what? You know, that's a short-term basis. Longer-term basis, we're going to get the job done. So,
look at that right there. Right now, we're sitting right at that expected move on the hour.
Yeah, and you
right
have
to the tick.
And let's see. So we put this.
So I grabbed a little over $500 on that.
That's a beautiful thing. Listen, man, I mean, you know, risk versus reward on this Nadex product, folks, is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. And as Darrell said earlier, and we both had said earlier, you got to trade these products at the beginning of their cycles. You know, the reason is that the opportunities are normally better, you know. Now, what does happen is that the spreads keep coming in, which makes that opportunity better also.
Right.
But if I've found anything out is that, you know.
Speaking of opportunities.
Yes.
Nadex is, I just saw a filing. I read all the filings that go out.
Yes.
And they are September, basically next Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. They're opening up to Canada and Mexico and all the U.S. territories.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So lots and lots of new traders are going to be able to have access to Nadex, which is huge because they don't have access to a U.S. regulated, you know,
that's
like retail-focused forex and commodity binary and spread exchange anywhere.
Right.
So that's going to open that up, and I know there's a lot of our Canadian friends that have been looking for that, and I get emails every week from people in Canada, looking for it, and so I'm positive that it's out there everywhere else as well. So. I just know at Canada, like I said, I probably get 4 or 5 people a week looking for it to be in Canada.
And what happens, folks, is that the more folks that are in both sides, because what happens in the Nadex product, folks, you can split the bid and offer. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. Okay, what does happen, which I've seen, is that when I'm splitting it, when you get fast pops, you will get it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not liquid enough yet that you can actually split it and it's quick, but you can split it, and when you do split it, on both sides, if you get a pop up and a pop down, when you're selling, it's where it's at. And it's where it's at putting it out there, believe me. So it gets intriguing here. Some of the high-volume stocks in a low-volume market out here, let's see what we have. You have Gilead's getting whacked here. That's down 5%. And what that's about is that the $89,000 drug they're going to basically give away in a lot of different countries now. So that's getting whacked pretty good. The Gap is down. Tesla's down $12. what's that? Michael Kors. Michael Kors. You know, it's amazing that Michael Kors is not down more. I mean, it's been down quite a bit. But what you have inside Michael Kors is that the two largest. That's a beautiful thing too. And in fact, and you know, I'm going to change gears on you for a sec, because when we did start, folks, what we were talking about was one of our Tiger traders in the den. He loves this Dow, and sure enough, you know, even though it hasn't hit the price yet, guess what? It's already in the money in a big way. That number there, that first one I brought up, is already in the money by $210. So that's pretty intense. There's no doubt. Isn't that wild? And
I love it. Yeah.
And we're at 17. We're down $50 now. We're down $49. So
you're talking about the Wall Street one?
Yeah.
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 I'm break even on that one right now. I was up like 80. I left those on. Basically, because I made more than enough to pay for all my risk on the Dow.
Right. Okay,
so I put the Dow on. I was like, hey, I got till 415.
Okay.
This thing does break.
Yep.
I clean up.
Right.
You know, and that's from Jay there, the Tiger's Den.
I know.
We got 13 times 20, so, you know, what is that, like, you know, $230, whatever?
Yeah.
And, but, I mean, I brought in over here on the S&P trade. I got, what do I see here? I have the screenshot up. Brought in 560 on that one.
Right.
So, you know, more than covers my cost. Now it's, you know, sort of a risk-free trade. I'm risking some of my profits, but if nothing else happens, I'll still walk out with money. You know?
It's huge, man, and it's very quick, folks. Okay, the bottom line is that, and yeah, as Jay says, all of us know if you trade this product, you better take your profits, folks. Okay, because if you've traded any type of option, the quicker you take the profits, the quicker they're in your pocket versus back in the marketplace. Because that's how fast they move. I mean, that's the reality inside an option that is expiring. And that's what these actually are. The difference is that the spreads and the time frame is really cool, particularly because of the day trading aspect and the volume aspect.
It's basically what I say is this option is for day traders.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember when I was first learning to trade, and I took I took my $5,000 out of my wife's, actually not mine, hers. I took her $5,000 out of her teacher retirement account.
Yeah.
Okay? That was what I started live trading with.
Okay.
I'd been studying for a year, demonstrating for really a year before I placed my first trade.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have the money.
Yeah.
And so we decided to go for it. You know, I was working in demo, let's go for live.
Okay.
And this is, I don't know, a decade or whatever, quite a while ago. And so I'm going in, and the platform I'm in didn't have the $25,000 rule built in on accident.
Right.
And I built the thing up, and I was trading options the entire time. Then I had some mentor guy that was helping me out.
Yeah.
And he was like, wait a minute, you can't day trade options.
Yeah.
You know, because the bid-ask spreads are too huge and this and that and whatever. But I'd been doing it. I'd grown my account from like 5 to 20,000 in about 45 days.
Right.
And I'm like, well, whatever I can't do, I'm doing it. So I'm going to keep doing it. But he's like, you can't do that because of this, and this. And
right.
I mean, I basically went and I would buy out of the money options that were really cheap that I saw had the highest delta.
Yes.
So I could get the most bang for my buck. That was my strategy. I was doing it like right around earnings.
Okay.
So I'd find cheap ones that didn't have a lot of premium in them anyway because they were out of the money.
That's right.
That had the highest delta dollar for dollar move. And I'd just go in, I'd grab them, and I'd just keep doubling my money over and over again. You know, like 10 cents to 20 cents. And I'd, put in, $500 on the trade.
Sure.
And anyways, but what I love about that is I learned, like I started off with the mindset that you could day trade options.
Oh, yeah.
And then literally, like 8 years, 10 years later, I learned about Nadex.
Yeah.
And here I am day trading options again.
Right.
Right. And this actually built for day traders. So I love it.
No, there's no doubt, man. You stay right there, folks. Darrell Martin, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us. And, of course, coming up next, we're going to have our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Nico and Paige are going to keep you healthy at noontime. Darrell's going to be back at 1. Dave White at 2. I'm going to be back from 2 to 4. Dow right now is down 49. Nasdaq's up 16. S&Ps are up 7.5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open, even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders, take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Darrell and Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you get the Dow down 30, Nasdaq's down 11, S&Ps are off 4.5. Let's go take a look at some of these Dow stocks out here. So inside the Dow, you get American Express is down 39 cents. You get Boeing off $1.25. Oxy's down 128. You get Big Blue up 25. Inside the energy sector, it looks like that's going to get toasted and roasted also slightly. You get ExxonMobil is actually up 22 cents. You get Schlumberger off 33. Inside the financials, the financials have basically been holding up, but right now they're basically going sideways. You get Goldman down $2. J.P. Morgan's off 28 cents. American Express is off 59. You get Visa off 61. And inside the, right now, there's no doubt inside the NDX 100, it is the biotech still that continue to keep selling pressure on that NDX 100. Gilead is the largest mover on the way down. with Biogen right behind it. Putting juice into the NDX 100, you have Vertex Pharmaceutical up 369. Vipul Communications, that's just a dead cat bounce. That's up 21 cents. ESRX, that's Express Strips. I think that's a dead cat bounce also. That's not that bad, actually. Let's take a look. That's at 75. Yeah, it's not a dead cat bounce, but it doesn't have much juice underneath it. The fourth largest one putting juice into the upside is SanDisk. SanDisk is up $1.61. And you talk about a volatility stock. That's a volatility stock, and that's definitely a dead cat bounce. That had gapped down from 110. That gapped down from 108 to 91 in like a heartbeat, folks. So, you know, if we go back over to our S&Ps and take a look at how they are trading, what we have here is that she got down into the low of, let's see, I think it was the 19, did she hit? Yeah, she hit 1988.25. And what we had out here, this is awesome. What we had out here is that you had 59,000 contracts. Now, the way you do this, folks, so watch this. We get under the low, and we had volume, okay? But the volume you actually needed to stay under that low is 97,000 contracts. You get 57,000. Now what you do is this. You see the power that it has on the way up, and I can already tell the power on the way up, it doesn't have it. Why? Because we're 7 minutes into the deal, and we have 24,000 contracts. So what that says to you is that, guess what? Going to build some more cars. It's going to go after the lows again. You got to love it, man.
Right? Yeah. Beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing, man.
Take it out of your mouth.
What happens is this, folks, is that it is a beautiful thing. And what happens is that it's the aspect of how you're pushing on both sides, folks, okay? But when it's this clean, which they do get this clean, meaning that you have the aspect that you got under the low, couldn't hold price, you know, not enough volume. Then you get above it, and you can see the contraction is so dramatic. And it's because, see, what you're also going against now, you're going against 87,000. And right now we're at 27,000, and it has all of 2 minutes left. You know, so what that sets up, it can't bust them up again. It will go sideways for a bit, and then it'll make the run after the lows again. And then what you would do, if you really want to wrap your head around, you can get in what is the number of the retracement. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here, folks. You stay right there. Our man Basil Chapman's coming up next. Darrell's going to be right back with you. Dave White, myself. And Nico and Paige at noon. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Darrell, thanks so much, man. Great show.
Thank you. Y'all have a great one.
Okay, man. Stay right there, folks. Our man Basil Chapman's coming right up.
You've heard Basil Chapman on the air as the host of the Tiger Technicians Hour, and now's your chance to spend a full day learning his trading methodology, the Chapman Wave. Basil has taught thousands of students his trading methods over the years, and on Friday, September 12th, he'll be hosting a one-day online Master Trader Series class. Included is a month of his daily newsletter, The Opening Call, a $128 value. Basil will cover a variety of topics and techniques that he uses when looking at key charting patterns that repeat consistently in the market and that you can add to your trading methodology. You have access to the full 8-hour archive for a period of 30 days, as well as availability to ask questions of Basil in the month following the course as you practice what he teaches in this full-day Master Trader class. For all the details, visit TFNN.com and sign up for Basil Chapman's Master Trader class on Friday, September 12th. Reserve your seat today.
This is TFNN.